You can chop off people's heads, their faces, everything. So the game is, oh, look at the meat, everything, man. It's crazy. So graphically, it is amazing. Oh my god, it is amazing. So let's move on to gameplay because the graphics already have my like gamegasm. Alright, now we're gonna move on to gameplay. Now, what I like about like the gameplay so much is how smooth and fluent the moves come out. This game is one of the tightest games like this year, literally. Like this is one of the tightest games this year. And it feels so good to play, man. I'm telling you guys, seriously, like you go crazy. So I got jump now. As far as the gameplay, one of the things I want to talk about is oh wow, I just got shot. Is there's a lot of moves in this game. Like there's so many moves in this game, so the variety you have on killing people is like incredible, and it allows you to give you such an ill style of play. The frame rate, there's not one piece of frame rate. Oh man, sorry. There's not one piece of frame rate drop in this game. Every single thing is smooth, even when there's like a lot of characters and action on screen. So that right there is a major plus. The dynamics in the game, how you can run up walls and climb up things, and I mean everything is there as far as gameplay. Now one thing I want to talk about is the camera angle, which is good, but at times it can be messed up. See, games like God of War, the camera angle is done so well that you don't ever have to worry about controlling it. Like the game itself is done so well that it works out great. Now, in this game, because there's so much action going on, you gotta run around a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of annoying in a way, but it's not. It gets annoying, trust me. So to me, I had to take off a point for that because it was really annoying, and you'll see what I'm talking about soon. As far as when you fight the enemies, you see how they set it up? You see this? The Matrix style? It's like, this is like real martial arts type of stuff because it gets you prepared for the battle. Ooh! In so many ways, you know what I'm saying? So that right there is amazing. Now, also, what's cool about this game, even though the camera angles could, you know, act up and you gotta like run around and keep turning around to see where everybody else is at, if you hold L2, it kind of like focuses in, like zeroes in on the action. So that's one way of making it easier to fight when you have a ton of people around you. But other than that, the game is incredible in every single way. Look at this, man.
End of the road.
Wow. Again, what's so cool about the game is like, you saw what I just did? When you wait till like the sword like shimmers and you see that light, look at that! Cut his arm off, man. It's crazy. Oh, I almost cut his head off. You know what I'm saying? So the graphics, the detail, all of that is in here. Now another thing that's cool about the game is if you push down, it lets you find out where you need to go. And also, you don't see no HUD. Like, there's no HUD on the screen. Oh! Now, like I was saying, there's no HUD on the screen, so it's straight action, you know what I mean? And when you know you're about to die, your body starts to glow like red, like the Last Dragon movie. So that right there is fire, you know what I'm saying? That's fire. It keeps you into the action constantly, which is important. You know what I'm saying? Look at that! Look at that! He's slicing them up. Oh man, I was trying to get a head cut so you guys can see how like amazing it is to cut somebody's head off. Wow! Ooh! I'm gonna cut his head off. That's it. I'm gonna cut his head off. Hit me, hit me. Ah! Dang, I didn't get a chance to cut his head off. But now look at this, look at this. Bow, he killed himself. And you know that's like the way the samurai, they be killing themselves and stuff. They have everything in this game, you know what I'm saying? Now, as far as like the presentation of the game, it's in a league of its own. I mean, just by looking at the game right now, it presents you in a way where it's epic. You see what I'm saying? But from the start of the game, it starts like if you're watching the TV show animated series. It's that insane. So the fact that you got Samuel L. Jackson in here, the fact that the story is told so well, you know, throughout each level, and it progresses so well, it gets you involved. So you're trying to find the number 2, which is a headband, but it has a certain power to it. It's incredible, man, how deep this game is. Bam. Oh, you saw that? That's what I'm talking about. This game has it all, man. Oh, cut his head off. I told y'all to cut his head off. But you know what's gangster about it? His head is right there. You see it right there? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So this game is one of those games that, like, you'll play over and over again because of how good it feels and the goriness. You know what I'm saying? It's retarded. You know, so. And it's not just the swords you could kick, you know what I'm saying? You have so many combinations in battle, which makes this game like in a league of its own, man. Bam! Look at that! Coming out his neck. It's crazy.
Did your sword, master?
So, the intensity of the cutscenes and everything adds so much to the presentation. Now, another thing is the sound. I mean, you got the RZA. You know what I'm saying? You have the RZA on the soundtrack. You know what I mean? And what's so hot about it is that the music is done so well that even when you fight, it gets intense. Like, you know what I'm saying? So certain parts in a fight, the music get intense to make you feel more hyped, make you feel like you're more like Afro Samurai, the actual fighter. Oh, you saw that?
Like the stone.
It's crazy. So, and you see the stone hanging from you? That has a lot to do with the story as well. So you just gotta pay attention to it. Now, also the blades and the sound of the kicks and everything, it has such a great impact. Now, this is another part of the game that's incredible as far as gameplay. Look at the dynamics, like how you can jump around and stuff like that. There's so much in this game that'll literally blow you away. You know what I mean? From the art style to the wall runs to the fighting techniques. And when I mean, now listen, let me just tell you something right quick. When I mean fighting techniques, I'm going to show you a list that's serious. I'm telling you, it's crazy. The voiceovers is great. I mean, there's really no flaws in this game besides the camera angle situation. Other than that, the game is like flawless. Now, when I tell you about techniques, look at the techniques. You have in-focus techniques, you know what I'm saying? You have all these techniques right here. You move over, you got Father's Legacy, which is some stuff. Then you got Frenzied Awesomeness. Then you got Chaotic Brutality. All of these things, all of that. You know what I mean? So you have a variety of ways to fight, so the game never ever ever feels repetitive. You know what I mean? It's all in the way you want to fight. Woo! Oh, Dad trying to catch him. Woo! Got him. Now you see what I mean about the camera angle, right? How every time I get behind the enemies, I gotta like keep turning the camera angle around. Ooh! And that's kind of annoying. So, it may not look as bad, but trust me, it is when you're in the heat of battle and you're fighting a lot of people, it really gets annoying. Oh, man, you see that? This is what I'm talking about, man. That never gets old. Never gets old. You see? Oh, man. And you know what else about the game? It feels so good. And that adds to the fun factor. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a must buy, I kid you not. So between the graphics comes to life with the beautiful art style. It's like if you drew something on a piece of paper and it just came to life looking this good, and it's animated TV series. The gameplay is smooth, it's tight, there's no frame rate drops, there's a variety of moves and ways to play. You know what I mean? The story and presentation is like uncanny, man. It's definitely in a league of its own when you think about games. Oh, look how spins by the hands just like that. You know what I mean? So this game is definitely one of the ones to get on your list. I mean, even if you haven't gotten it, man, you could get it for $35 if you don't want to pay $60 for it, because you can get it used or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's not an old game.